We are back here. Thank you for tuning in on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page and on Pico Sports Talk YouTube. I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County basketball. As we have senior night continuing here tonight at Newport High School, where it is now time for the boys matchup. And here we are with the starting lineups for Cuffley Christian. And because we had a national anthem earlier today, we do not have one here for a boys matchup. As we are saying ready to go, even though this is senior night for Newport Boys basketball, the thing is they have no senior nights. And we have breaking news regarding the Newport team. One of the top players in the Tri-Valley League, Landon Saring, is out tonight with an injury, suffering a tough injury in her last game against Millersburg. It was a tough loss for Newport last time up at Millersburg this past Tuesday, a 30-28 loss for the Buffaloes. Newport Kansas won 4-16 on the year and 1-12 in the Tri-Valley League competition. And well, hold on here. What is this now? This is a technical foul at the start of this game. What just happened here? The Newport Buffaloes are getting of 2 free throws before the clock actually starts. Something must have happened, and fortunately for County Christian, County does not pay up a whole lot, as Newport's Mason Benning did not get 2 free throws, but Newport gets the opening tip-off basically, and we are underway. Wow, I don't know what that was for. You rarely see that technical foul before the start of this game. And now here we go. Coming Christian County, 0-17 on the year, 0-14 in the Commonwealth Christian Conference. Coming Christian is one of 4 teams of all but District 3 winless so far at this point in the season. Our Lady of the Cross School is currently 0-12. The Bicklerfield Canners in 4A are 0-21. And up in 6A, Northeastern High School is 0-21. And now there's a shot here. Coming Christian, by the way, if you haven't noticed already, they are in the blue. Newport is in the white, and we are underway with a weird technical foul and a hard shot here for Roman Houck. And Newport Buffs get right back. Coming Christian County coming off a tough loss, 56-24 this past Monday at Mount Calvary Christian. And 3-point shot, that is off the mark for Logan Bates. Again, the big storyline here tonight. Landon Saring, one of the top players in the Tri-Valley League, out tonight with an injury. And here's a good shot, and that's in for John Maretsky, who is another good player for the Newport Buffaloes. John Maretsky is second in the Tri-Valley League with 133 rebounds. He is only behind Susquehanna's Ryan Shoppy. By the way, congratulations to Ryan Shoppy, since we are Perry County Talk Sports Zone. Ryan Shoppy last night in the win for Susquehanna got his 1,000th career point. Congratulations to Ryan Shoppy, and by the way, we'll see him on Saturday at Chuckadug versus West Perry. And Ryan Shoppy will need 4 rebounds for 700 for his career. And here's 2 more points for Mareski. Offensive steal, and that goes in. Back-to-back points in a matter of seconds. And Christian Academy very quickly calls the timeout. 2 quick points for Landon Seachick. And a 6-0 run early. We're only a minute and 57 seconds into this game. And it's a 30-second timeout for Covenant Christian Academy. This is the season finale for Covenant Christian. The Covenant Christian Lady Falcons just got a big thrilling win against Newport Lady Buffs, 37-34, to keep their playoff hopes alive, as they do need a little bit of help to clinch that final playoff spot in the District 3 1A playoffs. But for Covenant Christian County boys, this is it for them with an 0-17 record. This is their season finale here tonight. Newport has one more game after tonight. That will be on the road on Monday at Belfield Mennonite. There we go with Newport. This is their final home game of the season. A big crowd here still here for Newport fans. And now another steal here. Henry Barlow. And Barlow with the layup and in trouble here and losing it. A quick foul. You may have noticed by now for Lucas Sering. He's not 100% either. He has a face mask on. Don't know what the mask is for. Obviously an injury somewhere in his face.
I think he has a broken nose.
It's a broken nose? Okay. It is a broken nose, I guess.
Something like that.
Going to our producer, Nick Miller. And ball goes out of bounds, so stay with the Falcons. And Saring, one of the top players in the Tri-Final League, leads the league in steals with 50 of those. Third in the Tri-Final League with 117 rebounds. 33 blocks, that's TFL second. And 14 three-pointers. And now a quick turnaround and a steal and a shot here. Second chance on the shot. And it's John Mareski heading to the line shooting 2 for the first time tonight. Newport's John Mareski will head to the line shooting 2 for the first time. First player tonight to head to the free throw line is the first foul on Christian Grinnan. First free throw drops in for Mareski. Newport Buffaloes with 4 wins so far this season. Looking for a big one in their foul whole game. Second free throw a little bit strong for Mareski. Offensive rebound, however, for Lucas Saring. There's the shot, and that drops in. For who else? Mareski. Mareski looking for a big night, knowing that his teammate Landon Saring is out tonight, so he might have to carry most of the work for the Buffaloes here tonight. And I'll whistle. And now another whistle. Substitution coming for the Falcons and saying, not yet. The referee saying, not just yet. Not so fast, my friend. Cannot bring your substitution in just yet. Ball was about to be put in play. Lobbing pass out of reach of the Falcons. We do not have any stats for covering Christian Academy boys team. Substitution coming for the Falcons on 15. Daniel Wolcott is back in. Here's Logan Bates. Pass over to Saring. Lucas Saring backwards over to Henry Barlow. Over to Bates. Landon Lucas Saring, and a shot here for Mareski is blocked. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Covenant Christian ball. A 9-0 lead. John Mareski scoring 7 of them. Now this pass intercepted by Mason Betting. Betting used to scoring, and now a 3-point shot to increase the lead. Harry Barlow off the mark from Trey. And ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Roman Hawk. Substitution coming for the Falcons, number 11, Caleb Dixon. I just realized that both schools have switched sides from the girls' game to the basketball game. The benches have been split, have been switched, I should say. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Falcons get it back. 4:08 to go here in the first quarter. Pass over to Caleb Dixon. Dixon and get the Falcons on the board. His tray is short. It's out of bounds. Newport Buffaloes with a big lead. Their last home game of the season. With one more game left in the regular season. Pass over to Henry Barlow. Here's Mason bidding and finds John Maretsky all by himself down the baseline, and he gets in for two more. And Buffaloes increase their run to 11 points to start this game. This pass almost intercepted by Bidding. Goes out of bounds. Falcons take over. Last year at Coventry Christian Academy, it was a throwing game between these two teams, but the Falcons a year ago at home beat the Buffaloes 52-43. Last time the two teams faced off here on Newport was 2 years ago, December 18, 2023, where the Buffaloes won big 51-28. Three minutes to go here in the first. And it's been all Newport basically. Mason Bidding. Bounce pass over to Barlop. Back over to Sering. Lucas Sering. Back over and good passing here. And taking a shot all by himself. Who else? John Maretsky, the junior. It's just been incredible what John Maretsky has been able to do. Since last year, it was a tough season for him as a sophomore a year ago. But now he has come alive. 13 points for Newport, 11 of them for John Maretsky. 3-point shot straight away is short for Christian Grinnan. And Buffaloes keep on rolling. Substitution for the Buffs. Joseph Sanders comes back in.
Next Monday.
Yep, at Belfield Mennonite. Yep, I got that. Oh, they're at. Oh, that's middle school. Yeah, I saw their schedule. Newport has one more game after tonight. That's Monday at Belfield Mennonite. It might be a makeup game. I mean, it's possible at this point of the season. Yeah. All right, West Prairie has a makeup game next Tuesday against James Buchanan because of the heavy snow we got back in December. And now Mason Bidding for free is off the mark. That's a bit strong, but offensive rebound for Logan Bates. Second chance for Barlow. No, gets over to Bidding. Bidding finds Newport, and for free, he's got it. Joey Sanders. Joey Sanders' first three-pointer tonight for the Buffs. This ball's loose and it's taken away, and now a breakaway and getting it up for two, Henry Barlow. And this Newport crowd has come alive, and a timeout called by Covenant Christian Academy with 98 seconds remaining in the first quarter. A full timeout called by Covenant Christian Academy. They'll take a break to catch our breath. 18-0 for the Newport Buffaloes late in the first quarter. We are back here after the Cover Christian County timeout. 18-0 run for the Newport Buffaloes to start this game. Josh Miller is the head coach for Cover Christian County. He cannot be happy with what the Buffaloes have been doing at this point. And now here we go with Newport. For Newport, you got to give them a lot of credit by Cover Christian Academy. Just everything not going right for the Falcons at this point. This is their last game, and they're looking for their one win that they've been looking for all year. Here's a foul, first foul of the game on Newport, and it's on Henry Barlup. Cover Christian Academy already spending 2 timeouts, 1 full, 1 30-second timeout. And a high shot. That was the best shot we saw from Cover Christian Academy. Daniel Wolcott, good shot, but it's off the mark. And now the Buffaloes looking to extend their lead. And here's a floater from the line. That's off the mark for Logan Bates. And it's rebounded by Roman Hauk. And here's a shot. And now Cover Christian Academy is on the board. Daniel Wolcott gets the long range 2. There will not be a shutout here today, but the first 2 points come with less than a minute remaining in the first quarter. And a hard shot for Bidding. It's off the mark, rolls around, but goes out of bounds. Any official saying Newport ball. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. What an offensive explosion here for Newport. And now Bidding from way downtown off the glass. Excuse me, that was Joey Sanders again. Joey Sanders goes back-to-back from downtown. And this ball is poked free. And Newport ball. Ball last touched by Caleb Dixon. What an offensive explosion for the Newport Buffaloes. It has been a tough season for them. 4-16 on the year. Coming off a very tough loss against Middlesbrough on the road this past Tuesday. 30-28 was the final in favor of Middlesbrough. But now under pressure and a shot, no foul, but Newport gets it right back. Here's Logan Bates. Back over to Henry Barlup. Barlup lays one up and he gets the shot and the foul. Henry Barlup, the basket counts and he has a chance at a 3-point play. 11.9 seconds remaining in a wild first quarter. The end one for Barlow, in and out. And ball goes out of bounds. And Cover Christian County has time for a shot. Down by 21. Here's Wolcott, who has the only 2 points for Cover Christian, and finds Cale Buffington. And Buffington shot off the mark and has to take a shot. It will not go off in time. It was overshot, in fact, but at the end of the first, 23-2 for the Newport Buffaloes. And we'll be back after the Newport cheerleaders and get set for the second quarter. This is Newport Boys Basketball versus Cover Christian County, exclusively on Prairie County Talk Sports Zone Facebook and YouTube channels. And it's brought to you by the Bank of Landsberg and Pico Yardscapes. Back here for the start of the second quarter. 23-2 for the Newport Buffaloes. 2 points for Daniel Wolcott for Cover Christian County, and leading the way for the Buffaloes, John Maretsky. 11 points for the junior. Yeah, he's been having himself an amazing game so far, along with the rest of the Newport Buffs. And now here we go for the start of the second quarter. There's a travel violation called on David Newcomer. That's a cool name right there. David Newcomer. Makes me wonder if he's a newcomer for Covenant Christian Academy. It's literally in his name. That's a cool name, though. Here we go, and a travel called on Mason Betting, and the Falcons will take it back. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? You ever thought of becoming a referee for basketball? Now's your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. A breakaway opportunity here. Good transition defense, but floater here drops in for Mason Betting. Again, if you want to become a PIAA official, head on over to PIAA.org. Betting kept it in, but it goes right to Covenant Christian's Owen Bosworth. And out a shot and a foul. It doesn't go in. Covenant Christian girls basketball is sticking around to cheer on their boys team. A foul is called on Newport. It's the first on John Maretsky. Only the second team foul in this game. And now Daniel Wolcott, who has the 2 points for Covenant Christian, has the line shooting 2. And he's off the mark on the first free throw. Substitutions come in for Newport. Number 15, Landon Seachick. And number 3, Lucas Sering back in for the Buffs. Second free throw coming out for Wolcott. It's off the mark to the right. And there was a loose ball foul, and Newport takes it back. 7:07 to go. Just getting started here in the second quarter. Newport up big. Good move in here and a travel. No, a foul and a basket counts for Mason Betting. Hopping like a grasshopper kind of movement there. And he gets the finish and the foul. The foul is the first on Grayson Hauk. And now for the N1. Mason Betting. And drops in. Mason Betting now with 5 points, all in the second quarter. A nice big crowd here tonight, and a foul is called. I believe this is going to be the second on John Maretsky, and indeed it is. Covenant Christian maintains possession. Good passing here for the Falcons. Backcourt, Caleb Dixon trying to find Cale Buffington down the middle. And it's taken away by the Buffs. A lobbing pass from Sering to find Seachick, goes overhead. The Newport girls basketball team, after a tough loss, they are now in the student section saying where the boys were during their game. Now pass down the middle, intercepted by Landon Seachick. Buffaloes, 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And now here's Betting for quarter 3, and it's off the mark, just a bit short, and it's Cale Buffington with the rebound. Good movement here for David Newcomer, but he lost it. Ball poked out of bounds by Landon Seachick, so Covenant Christian will hang on here. And I'll whistle. Did he get it back in time? No, there was a foul on Newport. A holding foul called against the Buffaloes. And it's the second one on Landon Seachick. And a wide open look, and Covenant Christian gets 2 more. This time for Asher Buffington. And now trying to get those two back for free, and it's off the mark for Joey Sanders. Joey Sanders had back-to-back trays in the first quarter. Unsuccessful that time. Back up to a 24-point lead. And there's a foul, and it drops in for Covenant Christian. Caleb Dixon gets one down, and he draws the foul. It's a second foul on Lucas Saring. And they had one strong for Dixon. Offensive rebound, however. Now for a three, make a 5-point play potentially off the mark there for Caleb Dixon. And ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Covenant Christian. There's a shot, and that goes in. Now the Falcons trying to get a comeback here as David Newcomer banks it in for two. Covenant Christian trying to come back into this huge predicament here. And Lucas Saring finds Bidding. Hey, back to Saring. Saring thought about shooting three, so he shoots from mid-range and it drops in. Lucas Saring with his first 2 points. Pass, I don't know who was intended for it, but it's taken away by Lucas Saring. Saring looking for a steal and score. Bounce pass to Mareski. Mareski's shot is short. Right under the basket, unable to get it in. And now the Falcons, and that looked to be a travel, but it's not called, and it's Cale Buffington now with two. And timeout called by the Buffaloes. 30-10 here. Covenant Christian coming looking for a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout for the Buffaloes, so we'll keep it right here. But man, oh man. What? Covenant Christian Academy Falcons trying to get back into this. They were down by 24 earlier. Now they're only down by 20. The Newport Buffalo with us here tonight. Does the Buffalo have a name here? Because I know some schools that have names for their mascots, but I don't know if Newport has one here for, if they have a name for the mascot here. They probably should. The Stewarts can get something together like that. And now here we go with the Buffs. And that's a bit short for Logan Bates. And now here comes Confident Christian. From mid-range, a good shot off the mark. No overshot by Christian Grinnan. And here come the Buffs. We are halfway through the second quarter. Coming up in 3 minutes and 25 seconds, we'll have the Perry County Sports Talk halftime report. Foul stats from the girls basketball matchup earlier tonight. And this ball just barely gets past the baseline, and Covenant Christian County will take over. Well, first half stats for you here. Here comes the Buffalo right behind me. And we'll have all that and more coming up on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone halftime report. A long 3-point shot way off the mark for a newcomer. And it's out of bounds. Newport ball. Gotta be careful here. That was almost a slipping travel. And here we go with the Buffaloes. This is Lucas Saring. Pass over to Henry Barlow. Back to Saring. Over to Landon Seachick. And now over to Logan Bates. Back to Seachick. Bounce pass over. There's Lucas. Go to Henry Barlow. Barlow trying to go down, and a whistle. And a foul is called on Confident Christian. Before the shot was attempted, a foul on the floor. It's the second foul on Christian Grinnan. Pass by Sower, looking for the post. And shot, and trying to keep it in there was Logan Bates for John Mareski. Goes out of bounds, and Kelly Christian gets it back. Not a whole lot of scoring here in the second quarter compared to the first for Newport. And now a shot, and that will not go in. That's rebounded by Henry Barlow. Barlow trying to get and rejected at the line by Grinnan. And all it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Henry Barlow. And now whistle jump ball right before Newport's Landon Sechek got the strip away, but possession arrow playing towards Newport anyway. 1:55 remaining in the first half. There's Lucas Sering. Pass over to Landon Sechek. There's Barlow. Barlow, bounce pass, and not a good pass there, and goes out of bounds. And staying by Coventry Christian. 8-7 is our score in the second quarter in favor of Coventry Christian, trying to get back into this game. And that pass goes a little off. Asher Fisher could not keep it in, and Newport gets a freebie. 96 seconds remaining in the first half. Senior night for Newport Boys, but they have no seniors this season. A very young team. They got 5 juniors on the team this year. Gonna be a big senior night next year. A big year coming up for the Buffaloes next season. Good job for Newport. Lucas Sering not to travel on that one. There's Sering again. Sering, broken nose, face mask in hand. Or on his face, I should say. Henry Barlow. Here's Bidding. Bidding back to Sering. Back over to Barlow. Final minute to go. 55 seconds remain in the first half. Here's Sering. Back over to Logan Bates. Mareski quiet here in the second quarter, and here's Logan Bates gets one up and draws the foul. And Logan Bates heads to the line shooting 2 for the first time tonight. The foul is now the third on Kristen Grinnan. Logan Bates' first free throw tonight drops in. Substitution coming in for the Falcons. Roman Hauk back in for Coventry Christian. Second free throw for Logan Bates. Counted. Back to a 22-point lead and a foul, and drops in for Coventry Christian. Roman Hauk, who just came in on a substitution, gets the basket and the foul, looking for a 3-point opportunity. Substitutions come in for the Newport Buffaloes before the free throw. Number 21, John Mareski, and number 12, Joey Sanders, back in for Newport. Now a substitution coming in for the Falcons. Number 15, Daniel Wolcott, coming in for Asher Fisher. And the and one coming up for Roman Hauk. Roman and one off the mark. Coventry Christian now 0 for 4 from the line tonight as a team. 30 seconds to go. As ball poked free, hung on by Logan Bates. And now here's the shot, and short for Barlow. And a loose ball foul. And Coventry Christian has 13 seconds to work with to try to get a buzzer beater perhaps. And actually he got 2 free throws now coming up for the Falcons, because that is the 5th foul on Newport in this second quarter. The foul was the first on Joey Sanders. And so it is David Newcomer entering line for the first time tonight. Kevin Christian 0 for 4 from the free throw line, making it 0 for 5. Kevin Christian has struggled with free throws all season long, but they get one here from David Newcomer. And now 3-point shot off the mark. No strong for Joey Sanders. Joey Sanders loves going from downtown, and with 0.3 seconds remaining, Kevin Christian has a chance at a shot. And this ball is high on, nowhere close. It does hit the back. It does hit the glass though. But we have reached halftime here at Newport, and the Newport Buffaloes in their last home game of the season, up big, up by 19, 32-13 for the Newport Buffaloes at the half. We'll be back for the halftime report coming up. Got some halftime entertainment coming up here, and we'll be back in 2 minutes for the Perry County Sports Talk halftime report. Your score at halftime: Newport 32, Kevin Christian 13. This is Newport Boys Basketball Senior Night, exclusively on Perry County Talk Sports Talk Facebook page and on Pico Sports Talk YouTube. And it's brought to you by the Bank of Landsberg and Pico Yarscapes. Back here for the halftime report in about 2 minutes. We are back here for the halftime report. Now, for those who are watching this, they see a bunch of frisbees going around. Well, the idea here for everybody throwing frisbees up here in the stands, they are aiming for the tail of the buffalo down at center court, and it's not as easy as it looks. And some of these fans are throwing it way up high, and that's it. So somebody's about to win big here. They got the number. I guess every frisbee has a number on it, but we have the numbers here for the first half. 152. Who had 152? Who just won some big money? I have no idea. I don't even know what the price is. Yeah, that's that was fun. Now I got to clear it all up. Oh, that's a lot of fun. But here we go with the numbers for the first half for our boys matchup. First for Calvary Christian Academy. 4 different players scoring 2 points. Caleb Dixon, Caleb Buffington, Asher Buffington, and Roman Hauk. And David Newcomer with 3 points leads the Calvary Christian Academy with 3 points. David Newcomer going 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He's the only Falcon on the team to make a successful free throw. Calvary Christian Academy is 1 for 6 from the line. Announcing the winners. Here's the numbers for Newport. 2 points for Lucas Ehring, 2 points for Landon Seachick, 2 points for Logan Bates, 4 points for Henry Barlop, 5 points for Mason Benning, 6 points for Joey Sanders, going back-to-back threes in the first quarter, and John Maritsky leads the Newport Buffaloes with 11 points, all in the first quarter. He was kept quiet for the most part in the second because Calvary Christian really had to focus on that. And so now we got some entertainment here. So we got the halftime half-court shot. Let's see how this goes. And first one, not so well there for that young man. Yep. Half-court shot contest. I mean, I wish I had $1 on me, but I'll do this. Wait, she's gonna try to do this backwards, isn't she? Hey, I would do this too. I actually nailed this a couple of times. Backwards half-court shot, not successful there for that young lady.
Here you go. $2.
All
go
right,
do
you
it.
do the play-by-play. I'll do 2 of them. I'll do 1 forward and 1 backward. I'll be right back.
I got on here. Our very own Golden Pipes is going to try the half-court shot. They're doing both sides. They're trying everything to get it to hold a distance. Here comes the Golden Pipes up. Almost. Here's his second time up. Can he hit the rim? Hit the backboard. Close. You're probably one of the closer
I was
ones.
close on the second one, but
There's one off the rim.
Oh, that's one. Yeah, the younger few ones do. Oh, I might have one. Hold on. Oh, I got hundreds. But if I get them 100, I'll take 100 shots. This one's looking good. Oh! Was that Coach Geyer? That was well. Oh, a little bit close there. But I'm out of breath, so we're going to call the halftime report a little early here. Oh, Craig Bobbitt from Clark County Times. He's trying to get one in.
That one little kid, he has an arm on
Someone's
him.
got to get it. Old school for one of the coaches here, I think that was, or one of the game workers. And nobody was able to get a successful average. I wish I had another dollar. Like, I have 100, but I'm not giving them that. But, yeah, next time that me and Nick Bauer get together, we're going to have a bunch of these, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and show these. Transition real quick. The rubber duck for breast cancer awareness. I brought this because it is Pink Out Night. But we'll see a lot of these on Saturday at Susquehanna. So we'll have exclusive coverage of the 2026 Chuck and Duck quadruple header at Susquehanna High School between West Perry and Susquehanna. All proceeds from tickets, concessions, and everything between goes to the Wounded Warrior Project. And I guess they're announcing the round prices at some point during the third quarter. But both teams will all start at 1 o'clock on Saturday with the junior varsity girls matchup, followed by the JV boys. After that, then the varsity matchups, varsity boys with the varsity girls rounding up the night. Chuck and Duck will be between the two varsity games. That's on Saturday, starting at 1 o'clock, right here on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page and on the Perry County Sports Talk YouTube channel with yours truly on the call on Saturday. And we'll be back in about 90 seconds for the start of the second half. Your score at halftime, Newport 32, Covenant Christian 13. This is Newport Basketball Senior Night versus Covenant Christian Academy, exclusively on Facebook and YouTube. And it's brought to you by the Bank of Landsberg and Pico Yardscapes. Back in about a minute for the start of the second half. We are back here for the start of the second half, 32-13 for the Newport Buffaloes. Looking for a big win at home for their last home game of the season. Thank you so much for tuning in on Huddle TV, or excuse me, on the Perry County. See, I'm the going Pirates of West Perry for a reason, but I'm also the going Pirates of Perry County basketball. I'm used to doing games on Huddle TV, but we are live here on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Alex Willie, Golden Pipes of Perry County Basketball Senior Night for Newport Basketball. A tough loss for Newport Girls Basketball earlier today in a thrilling matchup. But Newport Boys Basketball looking to end tonight on a positive note. And now here we go with the Covenant Christian Academy. Roman Haupt gained 2 points, and that is how the Falcons wanted to get this second half started. A quick score, and now Lucas Saring. Lucas Saring passes it over to Henry Barlup. Back over to Logan Bates. Logan Bates over to Lucas Saring. Saring, pass, wide open look, Barlup, and finds Saring again. Barlup. Pass down the middle for Maretsky. Maretsky has been struggling a little bit after scoring 11 points in the first quarter. Farm Show Milkshakes with us here tonight. And now this ball is loose. And a travel called. And it's going to be Covenant Christian ball. Travel called on Lucas Saring. Again, big headlines tonight for Newport. Landon Saring out tonight after suffering a tough foot injury this past Tuesday at Millersburg. He is out tonight with that ankle injury. And now here we go with Daniel Wolcott. No seniors for Newport Boys basketball this season. 5 juniors this season. Gonna be a big senior night coming up next year against whoever it may be against. It might even be against Covenant Christian. We'll see. And now here's a shot. Eyes off the mark. Offensive rebound for Lucas Searing, who gets in for 2. Newport up by 19. And a 3-point shot short for Caleb Dixon. And it's rebounded by the Buffs. Here's Landon Sechik with the rebound. Back over to Searing. Searing passes over to Barlup. Barlup, a hard shot, a little too strong. Ball is loose and corralled by Daniel Wolcott. Bounce pass intercepted. Got off reach by Landon Sechik. Sechik finds Searing. Lucas Searing bounces it over to Logan Bates. Here's Maretsky. That was Landon Sechik. 3-point shot and looked good, but off the mark for Bates. And ball is taken back, offensive rebound. Shot and drawing the foul there is John Maretsky. The foul is the first on Caleb Dixon. And now John Maretsky heading to the line shooting 2 for the second time tonight. He was 1 for 2 his first time up. And here he misses the first. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? You ever thought of becoming a referee for basketball? Now's your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that's PIAA.org. John Maretsky hits the second free throw. It's now 2 for 4 from the free throw line. And now corner 3, look good for David Newcomer, but it's off the mark. Offensive rebound for Daniel Wolcott. Wolcott looking for help. He finds Dixon. Dixon with a high layup is too strong and rebounded by Barlup. And now the Buffs looking for a quick route here, and ball goes off the hands of Logan Bates and out of bounds. Substitution coming for the Buffaloes. Number 10, Mason Bidding is now in. And a whistle and a foul called against Newport. 4:59 to go in the third quarter. And it's the second foul on Henry Barlup. And this ball is loose. Taken away by Buffington, a jump ball, and possession arrow pointing towards the Buffs. Here's Mason Bidding. Bidding finds Henry Barlup. Barlup. Surprisingly, Barlup's not going for 3, but here's Joey Sanders, who loves going for 3. And it's off the mark this time. Joey Sanders has now missed 4 trays in a row after hitting his first 2. Ball goes out of bounds and will stay with the Buffs. 20-point lead for Newport. If they increase their lead up to 30 points, and Newport will have a mercy rule coming up. They need another basket here. Here's Bidding. Bounces it over to Maretsky. Maretsky back to Bidding. Bidding with a high shot and a foul, and the basket counts. Mason Bidding with now 7 points and looking for 1 more on the end one. It's the second foul on Caleb Dixon. Only 6 fouls on Covenant Christian in this game. That's a 2, and now the end one coming up for Mason Bidding. It's a low strong, but offensive rebound for Maretsky. And Newport gets it right back. They're up by 22. Here's Bidding. Bang over to Joey Sanders. And Mareski gets his own rebound, and it's off the mark. The ball is tipped, ball is loose, and it goes out of bounds. And taken by the Falcons. A 3-point shot. Cover Christian leads this one. That is off the mark. Offensive rebound, however, and that drops in for Daniel Wolcott. His first 2 points since opening the first quarter. With the score, Daniel Wolcott had all 2 points in the first quarter for Covenant Christian. And Mareski shot deflected. Ball, second chance still deflected. And back-to-back opportunities unsuccessful for the Buffs, and a loose ball foul. Reaching over, there was Landon Stechik. That's his 4th. Substitution, Lucas Sering back in. Newport with the full court pressure defense. Back up by 20. Three minutes remaining here in the third. And the Newport student section making noise. And ball is stripped away. And the shot here, Cale Buffington banks in on a heavily contested shot. He gets in for 2 more. He now has 4 points. And now this ball is to Lucas Staring out in trouble. And a hold is called on Covenant Christian. And that's now the 4th on Christian Grinnan. Substitution coming in for the Falcons. Asher Buffington is coming in for Grinnan, who has 4 fouls. There's Lucas Saring. Passes it over to Bidding. Bidding back over to Barlop. Henry Barlow going right through the defense, but a shot taken away by Newcomer. Here's Newcomer. A nice pass to the corner to Buffington. Asher Buffington gets it to David Newcomer. Good passing around here for the Falcons. Bounce pass intercepted by Bidding. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. There's a floater, and that drops in for Lucas Saring. Saring now with 6 points. And it's back to a 20-point lead. 39-19 for the Newport Buffs. Their last home game of the year. And back to 18. A nice finish for Roman Hauk. Roman Hauk now with 6 points. And there's a travel call. Easy call for the officials. Lucas Saring jumped before he got the shot off. Went back down before he got off. And now a timeout is called. Yeah, I believe this is a 30-second timeout. Yes, it is. It's a 30-second timeout for Newport. They are down to 3 full timeouts left. This is the last home game of the season for Newport. 4 wins on the year for them so far. And they're looking for a big one for their final home game of the season. John Mareski laying the scoring for Newport Buffaloes. 12 points for him, 11 of them counting off the first quarter. And a long pass, easily intercepted. Here's Lucas Saring. Saring with the shot off. There's the foul. That is a foul on Daniel Wolcott. And 2 free throws coming up for the first time tonight for Lucas Saring. It's Wolcott's first foul. And setting first free throw off the mark. The Newport Lady Buffaloes will be back at home tomorrow night at 6 o'clock against Bellefonte. The Raiders coming to town. Long trip for Bellefonte to be here tomorrow night. Second free throw for Sering, also off the mark. And just over a minute remaining in the third. And a whistle and travel. Travel is called on David Newcomer. That's one thing that we notice more and more this season when players are, even though they're not up on their feet, they can still travel on their back. And that's exactly what happened here. And a shot rejected for Sering, but a foul is called, and Lucas Sering will head to the line shooting 2 more. First foul on Roman Hauk. Yeah, Lucas Sering fares this time from the line. First one drops in. 7 points now for Lucas Sering. 57 seconds remaining in the third. And we'll stay at 7 for Lucas Sering. So second one is off the mark. Sering 1 for 4 from the line. Here's Daniel Wolcott, and Wolcott traveled. Newport Buffaloes up by 21, or excuse me, up by 19. And substitution coming in for the Falcons. Grayson Hauk comes in for the Falcons, specifically for Asher Buffington. Three-point shot, and that's off the mark for Henry Barlup. Offensive rebound for Sering. Logan Bates, 30 seconds to go. There's Sering. Sering's off the mark, bidding with the rebound. He gets one up and not dropping in. And it's rebounded by Daniel Wolcott, and a quick jump ball is called. It'll go back to the Falcons. Nice lobbing pass over. 15 seconds remaining. High shot, dribbling in and out for Wolcott. And Wolcott, second chance from downtown, and that's off the mark as well. Offensive rebound, and third chance here for Kevin Christian. That's off the mark, and we have reached the end of the third. Nice job, not good for David Newcomer. And at the end of the third, 40-21 for the Newport Buffaloes with 8 minutes remaining here at home for our last time this season. We'll be back here less than a minute for start the fourth quarter. This is Newport Boys Basketball Senior Night versus Calvary Christian exclusively on the Prairie County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page and on the Pico Sports Talk YouTube channel presented by the Bank of Landsberg and Pico Yardscapes. Back here for the start of the fourth and final quarter. A 19-point lead for the Newport Buffaloes. Their last quarter at home this season coming up. Newport has one more game after tonight. That is on Monday night at Bellefield Mennonite. And there is a whistle, a quick foul, 2 free throws coming up. They call it a shooting foul. Wow. Or no, I was going to say it must have been a shooting foul. Instead, it was a foul on number 2, Grayson Hauk. And Newport cheerleaders. Yeah, it's been a tough season for Newport Buffaloes, but boy, are they coming alive here tonight. But for Coventry Christian, this is their last game, and this is their last chance for a win. There's a three-point shot. That's off the mark for Joey Sanders. Joey Sanders has really been struggling from three-point range. He hit his first two of the night, but ever since then, he's been 0 for 8 from downtown. And here we go with Calvary Christian. Pressure over to Caleb Dixon. And a bounce pass, I think it was intended for Newcomer, is intercepted. Here's Mason Benning. Benning lays one up. He gets 2 more. Making 9 points now for Mason Benning. And bounce pass goes over to Daniel Wolcott. And now a nice shot from the corner mid-range. David Newcomer off the mark. Here come the Buffaloes, and a shot and a foul. Henry Barlow not getting the shot in, but Henry Barlow will head to the line shooting 2 for the first time tonight. Henry Barlow did miss an end 1 opportunity earlier, and it's the 3rd foul on Caleb Dixon. Henry Barlow heading to the line shooting 2 for the first time tonight. And the first one drops in. Free throw shooting has been fairly well for the Newport Buffaloes here tonight. And Bob's second free throw is just a bit short off the rim. And trying to keep it in. Beautifully executed there. Keeping it in. Landon Seachake. And another shooting foul commences. I believe this is on Caleb Dixon again. And yes, it is. That's his 4th. Team's 3rd already here in the 4th quarter. And now John Maretsky has to the line shooting 2 for the 3rd time tonight. He's 2 for 4, making 3 for 5. Substitution coming in for the Falcons as Christian Grinnan, who has 4 fouls in this game, heading back in for Confident Christian Academy. Maretsky, second free throw, also drops in. John Maretsky having a big game tonight, 14 points. And a turnover here on the Falcons. And Newport with their largest lead tonight, up by 24. With the ball, 6:43 remaining. Pass over. Here's Joey Sanders, and finally he ends the route. He gets his 3rd three-pointer tonight. And now this pass intercepted, and Mason Benning was all by himself, but the pass got away from him. And the Falcons get a break. But now down by 27. And substitution coming in for the Falcons, number 32, Asher Fisher is now in. That's a cool name right there, Asher Fisher. Kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Now this ball is loose, but taking it back by Confident Christian. David Newcomer in trouble, up against Henry Barlow. Bounce pass is loose, and it goes out of bounds, and Newport ball. Now Mason Benning with some fancy footwork. Gotta be careful here. He lost it. Taken away by number 25, Roman Hauk. Here is Hauk after the pass from Fisher. And Hauk hanging on and finds Grayson Hauk. And this pass tipped, taken by Fisher. Buffalo's up by 27, excuse me. And ball out of bounds. Christian Grinnan gets the call, and it'll stay with the Falcons. Substitutions coming back in for Newport, Lucas Sering and Logan Bates. And a pass goes right through the hands of David Newcomer. And now the Buffs have a chance to get a 3 and force the mercy rule. And now almost an entirely new squad for Confident Christian. Basically Caleb Dixon, Cale Buffington, Asher Buffington, and Daniel Wolcott, all coming back in for the Falcons of Confident Christian Academy. And Confident Christian had 6 players up there almost as the ball was about to be put in. I wonder if that's a foul. Like you know in football, if one side has too many men on the field, there's a penalty for that. I wonder if that ever happened in basketball. Right? Yeah, you have too many men on the court. I don't know. Never seen that before. I can't say that. And now whistle. And there's a foul. And that's the 4th foul on Calvary Christian in this quarter. It's the 3rd foul on Grayson Houck. Newport gets a free here, and they'll have to mercy roll in set. There's Lucas Staring, and here's a hold. And that will send a Newport player to the free throw line because that is the 5th foul on Calvary Christian in this quarter with 5:01 remaining. As Lucas Staring heading to the line, shooting 2. Staring 1 for 4 from the line so far tonight. Make it 1 for 5. Second free throw, and Staring unsuccessful on the second free throw. And now a breakaway opportunity, and nice pass and score for Grayson Houck with his first 2 points tonight, and it's the first 2 points for Calvary Christian in this quarter. It ends an 8-0 run for Newport in the 4th quarter. Now second foul on Daniel Wolcott. And correction, first foul on Cale Buffington. And 2 more free throws coming up, this time for Landon Seachick. First trip to the free throw line tonight. And first one is short. And Newport was thinking about bringing a substitution. Well, they do bring in one. Mason Benning is back in. And Seachick hits the second. .441 to go, and for Confident Christian Academy, any more fouls they put up against Newport will send a Buffalo to the free throw line in the next 4.5 minutes. And here's the shot, that's off the mark, and it's rebounded by Lucas Staring. Let's pass over to Logan Bates. Back over to Mason Benning. Haven't seen much of John Mareski in this court, but he's out there. He just dished it over to Mason Benning. Back to Mareski. Mareski thought about shooting free. Instead, he finds Staring. Mareski trying to drive forward. Instead, he goes back to Logan Bates. And Bates, ball was poked free, so not a half court. Backcourt violation there for Buffaloes. Here's Mareski. Mareski lays one up, and he gets 2. That's his first field goal of the second half. And now he has 16 points tonight. He is our player of the game here tonight for Newport Buffaloes. And a foul called here. This is on Jacob Wolf, who just came in for Newport. That's his first foul. Shooting foul. And Grayson Houck goes to the line for the first time tonight. And misses the first free throw. Substitutions coming back in for the Buffs. Austin Bouillane is in for the first time tonight. And for Newport also is Joey Sanders. And center free throw is also off the mark for Grayson Houck. Now foul. That will send another Newport player to the free throw line. It's the second foul on Cale Buffington. Here's John Mareski heading to the line once again. And first free throw rolling around and drops in. One more. If this free throw is good for Mareski, it'll set up the mercy rule. Substitution coming for Confident Christian. Asher Fisher back in along with Asher Buffington. Mareski to set up the mercy rule. And will not go in. Boyang trying to get it back. And he does. And it goes over to Sanders. Shot, and there is the mercy rule, and Newport up by 31, and Mason Benning gets the mercy rule started. This clock will not stop except for shooting fouls, timeouts, and entry timeouts. I'm expecting a very quick 3 minutes. And there is Mason Benning. And the clock keeps on rolling. Actually, no, because it's a shooting foul. So Mason Benning has their line shooting 2 more. Benning 1 for 2 from the line. Make it 2 for 3. Sarah Friedfeld also drops in for Benning. 13 points for Mason Benning tonight. Less than 3 minutes to go. There's Benning again. Benning finds Jacob Wolf, and Jacob Wolf gets this Newport crowd fired up with his first 2 points tonight. There's a breakaway here. Caleb Dixon has his first 2 points since game 2 in the second quarter. And now going back to back, Jacob Wolf. He was all by himself under the basket, an easy layup for 2 more. Jacob Wolf goes back to back. And now Wolf with the takeaway. Here steps that ball. And careful here, and here comes the foul. And it's the first foul on Asher Buffington. Shooting foul commences here. Heading to line shooting 2 for the first time tonight is Joey Sanders. And Sanders hits the first free throw. Joey Sanders now in double digits with 10 points. He had 3 3-pointers earlier. Substitution for the Falcons, Asher Buffington back in. Second free throw, low strong that time for Sanders. Less than 2 minutes remaining. And from a long mid-range, Daniel Wolcott gets it up. And ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Buffs. 90 seconds remaining here in our game. Farm Show Milkshakes is done for tonight. They just toasted up. Just missed the Farm Show Milkshakes.
I think I had my share of them tonight.
I guess he wasn't going to be here all night, but there's 2 points for Asher Fisher, his first 2 points tonight. Buffaloes with a big night tonight, their final home game of the season. And Charlie Mareski off the mark from downtown, and a jump ball, possession pointing towards the Falcons. This is the last game of the season for Covenant Christian Academy as they're going to finish their season 0-18. Bakerfield is the only other team that will finish their season winless. Still got a couple more games set for Our Lady of the Cross and Northeastern, who are also winless in District 3. Also the only 4 schools in District 3 in boys basketball without a single win. Now, Covenant Christian Academy, 1 more bus ride home back towards Harrisburg. And they get it back. There's a shot for Caleb Buffington, strong. And offensive rebound, final seconds will tick off, and for the last time at home, the Newport Buffaloes, well, there's a shot on the buzzer beater for Caleb Buffington to end the season on a solid note for Covenant Christian Academy, but that sets our final score here tonight, 61-29. for the Newport Buffaloes as they get the big win and their final home game of the season. We'll be back in a minute for the post-game wrap-up here at Newport High School. Newport wins it 61-29 back in about 30 seconds. We are back here for the post-game wrap-up. 61-29 for the Newport Buffaloes, getting their 5th win of the season with just one more game left to go. And we have our final totals here for our boys matchup. First for Covenant Christian Academy, 29 points for them. And final line score for our players, Asher Bovington, Asher Fisher, and Grayson Hauk, each with 2 points. 3 points for David Newcomer, Caleb Dixon, and Daniel Walcott, each with 4 points. And leading the way for Covenant Christian Academy, 6 points each for Caleb Buffington and Roman Hauk. For the Newport Buffaloes, 2 points for Logan Bates, 3 points for Landon Seachick, 4 points for Jacob Wolf, 5 points for Henry Barlup, 7 points for Lucas Sering, 10 points for Joey Sanders, 13 points for Mason Benning, and our Perry County Talk Sports Zone player of the game with 17 points tonight is John Maretsky. An incredible night for him. The junior will have his senior night next season. But tonight, it was all about John Maretsky and the Newport Buffaloes as they get a big win at home for their last home game of the season. Newport improves to 5-16 overall, and for Covenant Christian Academy, the Falcons end their season winless. A very tough season for the Falcons, 0-18 on the year. And best of luck to Covenant Christian Academy on their future endeavors for their seniors. And Newport has one more game after tonight. That is on Monday on the road in a non-conference matchup at Belfield Mennonite. 7 o'clock Monday night for the Newport Buffaloes for their season finale. Best of luck to the Newport Buffaloes there on Monday night. Newport girls basketball is back here at home tomorrow night against Bellefonte, and it's going to be a packed atmosphere, I can imagine, for Friday night hoops here at Newport. And our next time I'll be here on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook and YouTube pages. We'll be at Susquehanna on Saturday afternoon for the 2026 West Prairie versus Susquehanna quadruple header, otherwise known as Chuck-a-Duck. It's going to be a very, very exciting day when we have hundreds of these. I mean, this is just one of the examples of all the different ducks that we're going to be seeing, but it's going to be an exciting night at Susquehanna High School. West Prairie versus Susquehanna, 4 games, all brought to you by the Bank of Landsberg and Pico Yardscapes. That will be on Saturday starting at 1 o'clock. And that's going to do it for us here at Newport High School. On behalf of everybody here, our producer Nick Miller, our graphics designer Tracy Folds, everybody here, our athletic director here at Newport, Sean Lesh, and all of us here at Newport High School, I am Alex Ball, the Golden Pipes of Perry County Basketball, saying so long from Newport. This has been a presentation of Newport Boys and Girls Basketball Senior Night versus Covenant Christian Academy, exclusively on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page and Pico Sports Talk YouTube channel. And it's brought to you by the Bank of Landsberg and Pico Yardscapes. Our final scores here tonight in the girls matchup. Covenant Christian Academy 37, Newport 34, and the boys matchup. Newport 61, Covenant Christian 29. Good night, everybody, from Newport High School.